episode, we are going to be looking at dangerous trends going on among the young ones. Very dangerous trends going on among the young ones. If you are new to this channel, my name is Abrahams-Appiah, and on this channel we share secrets and tips to help young ones navigate the complex maze of late adolescent ages to the early young adulthood ages. It's an interesting learning experience on this platform. We have several videos I believe you will benefit from. So please subscribe to the channel, press the notification bell in case there is a new video, you'll be alerted. Now, join me on today's episode, Dangerous Trends Going On Among Many Young Ones. It's important to know that our actions today translate into our lives in the near future. Also, it is important to know that your future is not too far away from your present. Today is present, tomorrow is future. I am in my future of my youthful years already. When I was a young girl at age 20, my future was today. So I'm actually living my future that I saw at age 20. Your future is not too far away. Now, presently, there are a few trends taking place. They actually have been taking place from one generation to the other, but it seems to have amplified in the current generation. And from the way things are going, you can predict that this trend that is going on among young ones can affect their destinies and their lives. At every age, there is a predictable level of growth and responsibility which is expected from every person. So when a child is born, we expect certain signs and certain motor skills. When a child is in primary school, when a child is in the adolescent ages, late adolescent ages, and early young adulthood ages. Now, you will find out that we have a current generation of young people who are not able to think on their feet. They are not able to solve everyday life challenges. They can't easily find jobs on their own. They can't search for career alternatives. They are not able to source for the things they need for life without the support of parents, guardians, or other people. When they are left on their own, they suddenly feel handicapped. And why are we seeing this trend? We are seeing this trend of lack of responsibility because many young ones lack what we call tenacity. They are not determined to get things learned and get things done. They easily give up. So they are not having the tenacity that they need to survive through this journey called life. Many of them also are not resilient. It means that they can't withstand difficulties, challenges, failure. They easily give up. You know, if you have followed the trends of growth, 30, 40 years ago, you hear of stories from our parents. When they were younger, they would walk hours in the morning to the river to fetch water. They rise up and go and sell. All these activities they engaged in helped them develop this tenacity, this resilience, and help them navigate the complex phases of life that came up years later. Resilience is so important. It must be built into children, built into young adults, and it will keep them through this journey of life. Another dangerous trend you would observe is many young ones are not rising up to responsibility. They adopt an approach of, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go. I don't want to do this course. I don't like this job. I don't like this school. I don't like this environment. I can't do it. They always have a negative approach to growth, to responsibility. A lot of them have this entitlement mentality. They feel they deserve better. Somebody feels living in a particular area befits his or her status as a young one who is being taken care of by her parents than a particular area. Another one feels that going to the university, going to the technical school, going to learn a trade, one of them is more honorable than another. And so if a parent suggests, go and take this option, I don't want to, I can't, I won't, they give excuses which otherwise would have been their life-saving and destiny turnaround advice, but they just refuse to take this advice. They refuse to rise up to responsibility. Try something new. Explore. Put yourself in positions that will make you vulnerable. Get out of your comfort zones. No, I don't want to. I can't. I don't like. And then they remain in a particular position for years. Years. I mean, there are students who fail their WASI or their BEC exam in our country, or high school exam or A-level exam, and they are told by parents, rewrite your paper. I won't. I can't. They are looking for the easiest alternative out of that learning pattern. And then years later, they find themselves marking time because they did not listen to that advice. Why do the young ones do this? Because many of them are living for themselves, selfishness. They don't think of the future and the fact that there are responsibilities ahead of them, and they are being prepared today to handle those responsibilities. Lack of parental support and needed training. Many young ones fail to take up this skill acquisition and development because their parents are not there to guide them. That brings us to the third point, or the dangerous trend: parental absenteeism. Today, many parents are absent in the development of their lives. Economic reasons. Dad and mom are working. Dad is in one region, mom is in another. So parents go to work very early, come very late. Young ones are left with gadgets, with house helps, in communities, with teachers, yes. But that parental influence that will help them learn these skills, that will help them develop better, is absent. Parental absenteeism is so rampant these days that a lot of young ones miss out on culture because the parents will transmit culture. They miss out on learning the right values. They miss out on learning the skills that will help them survive. Some of these parents also are afraid to make their children suffer like they did. So many parents feel life was difficult for them. Their parents didn't have enough. They had to go and sell. They had to go fetch water. Living conditions were not conducive. Today they are doing well. They are financially comfortable. So they want life to be easier for their children. It's a good desire. But when you make life so comfortable that the children can't think, the children can't be responsible, the children can't develop the muscles to handle life issues, then eventually there is a big problem. When a chick is being hatched, the chick has to break the shell on its own. And as it's doing that, it's developing the muscles and strength that it needs to stand. But when somebody breaks the shell for that chick eventually dies. That's one of the dangerous trends we are finding today. Many young ones are dying because they haven't developed the tenacity. And because of these dangerous trends, predictably in the near future, what are we going to see? Many young ones cannot support themselves. They cannot support their families, their children, their spouses, and they cannot support their parents in their old age. You know that in a few years, we will be parents, including myself. I am actually a parent, but I'll be an old parent. If my children don't grow up to have the tenacity and the resilience and the skills to take care of me in my old age, then there will be a problem. Many of the parents who are doing everything for their children today will find out that in their years, when they are in their sunset years and they have maybe health problems, they don't have enough, people around them, and they need their children will not be there for them. Another challenge in the near future is there will be limited career prospects for many young ones. Because remember, there was the I can't, I won't, I don't want attitude in the earlier years. So when they were being given a chance to learn skills in addition to their academic acquisition, they refused. Learn how to trade, they refused. Because when you are trading, you are learning negotiation, you are learning how to trade with money, financial literacy. everything that would have helped develop these skills, soft skills, communication, speaking, they refuse. So there'll be limited career prospects because they haven't cultivated the needed skills. Many young ones will not be able to handle the responsibilities ahead of them quickly. For example, there's going to be the responsibility of financial management. You need to earn money, manage money, and then spend. Because you have children, you have a wife, you have a home, you have aging parents, you have bills. And if you haven't learned this skill, how would you manage your finances? So you find that many will be indebted, some are gambling, some are borrowing. They just don't have the financial literacy. In the near future, you're going to get a job. Who will find your job for you? Your parents have found schools for you, found jobs for you. The first job is your father or your mother. When your parents pass on, or they are so old not to be able to help you, adult responsibilities. Housing, where will you stay? Which environment will be conducive for you? Which community will help you raise your children the way you want? Healthcare, how would you manage healthcare? Relationships, friends, peers, superiors, your legal obligations, your personal development. Are you going to end where your parents trained you up to, or you are planning to do more for yourself? What about retirement? These are all adult responsibilities that you are going to get through eventually. But if you follow these dangerous trends of, I said number one, lack of tenacity, lack of resilience. I said number two, children refusing to rise up to their responsibility. Number three, I mentioned that parental absenteeism. These dangerous trends will end up raising a new generation of young ones who don't have what it takes to be able to handle responsibility in adulthood. So what should you do? Know that whether you like it or not, you are growing, and adulthood is inevitable. You will be there before you knew that you got there. So prepare for it. Avoid these dangerous trends that are taking place. If your parents are even over pampering you, it is your life. You must sit back and reflect carefully on the way things are going in your life and how you will be able to handle things when your parents are not there. Once you do that respectfully, don't disrespect your parents at any point in time, and you take the right initiatives, I can bet you your parents will support you, everybody will support you. I love what Paul told Timothy. He said, let no man despise your youth. You are young, yes, but don't allow people to look down on you, and don't fall victim to these wrong, dangerous trends that will halt your beautiful future. I guarantee you, if you stand up early, take charge early, and do things that will help you build capacity, your future will be beautiful, it will be colorful, it will be bright, and you will be a blessing to your parents. One of the saddest things is seeing adult parents who need help from their children. Their children are not in the financial position, they are not in the mental position. Daddy has passed out, and the child sits down and says, 30-year-old boy or 25, what should we do? He can't think on his feet. He doesn't have the money to pay the bills. He goes to the hospital with his parents. He can't take care of the parents in the hospital. He feels wearied. He feels it's somebody's obligation. Why? Because that child was not prepared or didn't allow him or herself to be built up. Some children are being given the opportunity to learn. Mentors are helping, parents are helping, teachers are counseling, but they insist that I can't, I won't, I don't like. That attitude is a dangerous one, and I can assure you, it won't get you where you should. But I know that you will make a right choice from today after listening to us. My name is Hannah. Thank you for joining me on this episode. I believe you've learned something. Like the video, share the video, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Thank you. God bless you.